Welcome to A Mason's Work, the podcast where we review Masonic symbols and illustrate how they can be used to solve problems in everyday life. With your host, Brian Mattox, a proud member of the Craftsman Online Media Network.
The Junior Warden chair is about rest and refreshment. It's about making sure that you and your workmen, in the event that you manage a team, or the various workmen that represent your body, all of your faculties, motional reservoirs, energy reservoirs, what have you, to make sure that they're all not depleted, right? We're not going to necessarily say full and topped off, but we'll say not depleted, that those reservoirs are all, there's enough there in the fuel in the tank to keep the engine running. The Junior Warden function is largely about just making sure that you're not going to run out of energy. So it is an interesting place to kind of sit, because it's the fun chair, right? You're the fun committee. As Junior Warden, you're responsible for making sure that refreshment is taken care of, that that your sort of energetic replenishment process is executed, and then when it stops being restorative and starts being destructive, also as well, informing the Senior Warden that it's time to get back to work. So when you're sitting there in reflection and you're trying to do some of this work kind of in between your ears, it gets very, very difficult, because from a Junior Warden perspective, from sitting, to evaluate when you have been refreshed versus what looks like distraction is a difficult balance. And I think that's where the challenge really lies when you are learning to become a good Junior Warden for yourself or in your life. So pay it some heed when you are sitting in reflection. Ask your lodge members to take a look and say, hey, listen, I'm not sure, but have you noticed a pattern or a trend? Are you able to see something I don't? Is this restorative or is this distracting? Am I running towards or running from? This is a conversation that I have with members in my lodge, advisors, folks that I care to trust with those kind of questions, like, is my behavior in this kind of domain healthy given these 5 examples or what have you? That kind of questioning is something that the Junior Warden really will allow, if you sit in that perspective, will allow some deep and powerful reflection.
The views represented in this podcast are those of the speaker alone and are not representative of any grand or subordinate lodge.
Hi, Brian here. I wanted to thank you so much for listening to this episode. If you have any suggestions or guidance for further episodes you'd like to see or hear, whatever the case may be, please don't hesitate to reach out to me at amasonswork.com, and we will try and incorporate your suggestions into a future recording. Thanks.
Freemasonry teaches us that the true work is within, a lifelong journey of reflection, discipline, and discovery. At A Mason's Work, we help Masons bring out their best selves through meaningful self-inquiry and symbolic practice. From personal reflection to lodge engagement, we offer tools that turn symbols into action. Visit us at amasonswork.com. The work is within. The time is now.